inevitable has finally happened. The unlikely alliance of billionaires US President Donald Trump and Tesla chief Elon Musk has crashed and burned, leaving behind a messy public feud filled with personal attacks and accusations. Shortly after leaving the Department of Government Efficiency after a scheduled tenure ended, Musk began lobbying against Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, calling the bill, which was passed by the US House last month and is awaiting a vote in the Senate, a disgusting abomination, even pushing to kill the bill. For a while, President Trump remained silent, until he didn't. Defending the bill, Trump attacked Musk, suggesting that the Tesla chief's disapproval of the bill was triggered by the removal of subsidies and mandates for electric vehicles, saying that Musk has Trump derangement syndrome.
But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others, too.
In a flurry of posts on X, Musk took credit for Trump's sweeping victory in last November's elections, and even suggested that the president appears in the unreleased Jeffrey Epstein files and called for his impeachment. But the feud has come at a cost, a big one especially for Musk, as the US president threatened to pull Musk's government subsidies and contracts, the lifeblood of the SpaceX program. Tesla's stock price took an immediate hit, wiping out a whopping $150 billion from Tesla's market cap. While reports suggest that the two may have cooled down temporarily, the uncertainty remains. After all, both men are mercurial and are not known to hold back when cornered. Dishha Bagchi for NDTV World.
We're joined by Ari Hawkins. He's a reporter with online publication Politico. Ari, Politico has exclusive details, I understand, on a possible truce between two of the world's most powerful men. What is your publication saying? And I also hear that Politico had this interview, one-on-one interview with Trump yesterday as well.
That's right. In an interview with Politico, we saw that Trump was playing down effectively a lot of this sort of back and forth, talking about how things will keep going, it will be okay, making those kinds of statements clearly in a response to this kind of flare-up that we saw. However, one thing to note is that after that story went out there, we've seen more recently this morning that Trump has declined to take a call, or at least has no interest in taking a call at the very moment, with Elon Musk to temper these concerns further. Meaning, while there are efforts on both sides to water some of this down, we saw obviously those remarks from Trump, but also Elon Musk on Twitter engaging with some folks that are trying to sort of find a little bit of a truce here. Despite the fact that we see them sort of signaling that they might want an off-ramp to this, it's pretty clear that this is the type of feud that is going to continue once it's already been set in motion.
Indeed, in many ways that making peace here would be inevitable, considering the stakes on both sides. That brings me to my next question here. Ari, what does Musk really stand to lose if he doesn't ensure that things simmer down?
Musk stands to lose his standing within the Republican Party. Musk has already alienated progressives, obviously, but also independents, meaning that this sort of Republican conservative base is his sort of key demographic that he needs to keep a hold of. And we already saw that Republicans in Congress, because of his criticism of this so-called Big Beautiful Bill, really taking issue with that. It's a thorn in their side. And despite Elon Musk's persistent popularity among some conservatives, this is definitely something that is going to hinder how effective he's able to speak with lawmakers and potentially connect with that conservative base, despite the fact that he is a very online person, which doesn't always necessarily translate directly to electoral politics.
And billions of dollars, of course, at stake for him with all his business interests and contracts with the federal government, which Trump has already threatened to rip apart.
That's right. And we saw another factor come into play here where he said that Trump's trade and tariff agenda would lead to a recession in the near future. And that's something that has been a persistent source of strain in the relationship. We saw Tesla, a very multinational company, is the type of organization that would be very impacted by an expansion of trade and tariffs in particular. And that's something that we're going to see kind of come out. And it seems as if Elon Musk's criticism of his tariff policy in particular has sort of been outweighed recently by some of the other things about the Trump agenda that Musk really likes. But now it seems that that dynamic is flipped.
Just want to quickly ask you this in about 30 seconds. Which of Musk's business rivals really stand to benefit from this rift?
That's a good question. I think anyone, particularly in the tech space, could see a rise. You could see also a rise in folks like Mark Zuckerberg, who has been speaking. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast more recently, potentially could fill in that gap if Elon Musk really does alienate some of the more sort of conservative-leaning supporters of Musk. From a business standpoint, that's much more up in the air, particularly as we see sort of a rise of companies trying to make good with the Trump administration, boost investments, and really try to take that mantle away from Elon Musk. We'll have to see how that goes in the next couple of weeks.
Ari Hawkins from Politico, thank you very much for your time here on Washington Watch.